Why do I talk about irrelevant shows that nobody cares about instead of currently airing ones like Dr. Stone or Attack on Titan? Well, that's because I was forced to. No, I just make poor life decisions. Hey guys, Thomas here, and looking at today's agenda, I need to talk to you about Banana Fish, a show with a weird name, high praise, and not a peep from the fans after it finished airing. So, what exactly happened there? Was it less interesting than people led on to believe? Or are our attention spans so crappy that we can't concentrate on anything that isn't current? This video is brought to you by the like and subscribe button. Press them if you haven't yet. Please? I love the setting of the show. Its take on the 80s America with its colorful streets, gangs, drugs, and smartphones? But isn't this like a mobster show? Oh, the anime is based on an old manga that took place in the 80s, but now it has been updated to include modern things like mobile phones and nothing much else. Which kinda breaks the story at points, but let's not get into demolishing the plot right away. We're here to just have fun, aren't we? I want to relax and watch some little blonde boy talk about how he was continuously... Wait, what? This is our main boy, Ash. Can't really go wrong with a name as solid as that. Except sometimes. Man, this show sucked so much. He's a leader of a gang in New York, and he's just overall an amazing boy. He's smart, pretty, competent, and a good shot. Just look at him go. But one day some journos, that's slang for journalists, arrive to interview him. But that's where everything starts falling apart, and the story doesn't let go from that moment on. Ash has a brother who is ill and can only say the words "banana fish," which motivates him to get as much info about what happened as possible. Then, through a lot of hoops and snooping around, we discover that Banana Fish is a person. Then we found out that Ash has been brutally raped when he was a child and is a sex slave. And then we found out that Banana Fish is actually a drug instead, and his Don had a hand in the production of it, so he starts a revolution against him. Kinda. But what gets me the most is the description behind Banana Fish, and that it's a drug based on LSD, but the point of it is to give you a bad trip every time. So while LSD you got high and were happy, Banana Fish just gave you the parts where you were paranoid, so you were a better subject to being manipulated? I really can't imagine what went through the minds of the scientists coming up with that crap. Were they like, man, I'm not feeling too good, I think this was a bad batch. Dude, yeah, screw the dealer, we're never ordering from him again. What? Do you know what? We should beat him up. Look, I don't really support violence, so I don't... Oh, well, there I go. Honestly, if I were to continue with the story, I just ruined the whole thing, but trust me, there's so much more there. Not sure if this counts as a positive or a negative, but it doesn't follow the standard shonen story progression. Instead, it follows a more unique Princess Peach story archetype. As in, one of the two main characters is captured pretty much every second episode, then they get out or get rescued, and instantly get captured again. For example, Ash gets captured in the second episode, then he goes to prison, gets out, then he gets captured at some point again by military guys, escapes, gets captured in a hospital, also escapes, and then gets held up in a sex dungeon. The whole story is pretty much one of these two being captured and the other one going to rescue them, but instead of both actually getting out, they just switch places, so one of them is almost always captured. I'm sorry Ash, but your prince is in another sex dungeon. The biggest problem came with the second half. While the first half was climactic and the pacing was spot on, it started to drag later. There even was a point where I was like, god damn, if this ended right now, I wouldn't have any regrets, that's a good ending to this story. But it didn't end there. It went long, even though there wasn't that much to do. So while it did manage to tie up loose ends, and there were a lot of them, that took a toll on the overall pacing of the story and made the end seem really sluggish. And that's the one thing you don't want to do. You need to end with a bang, you need to keep the people wanting more. More bananas! More fish! So, why did I binge it? Well, I heard good stories from it and I wanted to make a video quickly, so yeah, that's pretty much it. It has this dark and twisted story that feels more realistic than anything I've seen. One of the closest shows that I know to this is Bacano, but while it did have a dark vibe to it, it also had this campy side, but this doesn't. And while it might seem like I described a good crime drama that accomplished many good things, it just lacked something for me. There weren't any episodes that bore me, but I also didn't have the need to watch any more of it. But that also might be because it didn't have the standard anime trope where every episode ended with a cliffhanger that they resolved within the first 2 minutes of the next episode, only to spend another 18 minutes building up another cliffhanger that gets instantly resolved in the next episode. Attack on Titan! Ranking wise, Banana Fish, to me at least, is a solid, yeah, I guess I could recommend this, maybe. Depending on what your taste is. But let me know what other anime I should cover in the future. Something more recent or something older. Oh my god, that came out last season. It's so ancient. Who would even want to watch garbage like this? Ew. I need something newer. Something from the fall season. No, that's not new enough. I need something from the winter season. Oh man, that's my jam. And if you've seen the show yourself, then what did you think about Banana Fish? This has been all for this video. Thank you for watching, don't forget to leave a like, and I'll see you soon. Yeah, just cut.